Alright, so here, a week after we were, just want to check to see, because I know we're nearing the dearth. I don't think we're in it, at least. Some of these hives are just absolutely ripping. Some of them are less ripping, so maybe they haven't found the same resource. But I do want to get in here and just do a quick check. Maybe even pull a super, if possible, on a couple of these. Alright, this is the tree swarms. So we'll check the supers, see what needs to be pulled, refill the traps as needed, and then empty deep, so having empty supers at hand to the top if needed. So let's get in here. See what's going on. They not localize this to the top, or it's just so damn hot that they can't. Got some spiders up here I'll get rid of. Yeah, they're up here. Heat index is 98, so we're going to make this as quick as possible. So let's see if I can get frames. Yeah, they aren't doing much up here. So I'm probably going to pull this super. I need a super for sure for the, well, I'm reasonably sure for the combined swarms, so I may actually pull this one. Alright, there's nothing else worth looking at. I may pull this one completely because obviously not doing almost anything. Just get in the middle, see if they find anything there. Yeah, nothing. I mean, they're up here. Probably provides them a little bit of venting in terms of room, but they're not doing jack up here. So let's get this off. See what we got below. Refill some traps. See if that super is pullable. And then go from there. Set this stupid thing away from me before I accidentally set my pant leg on fire. Also don't want to be here too long because again, for both me and the bees, the heat index is 198 degrees. They're probably more okay with it than I am. Well, so I've drawn one of these frames out a lot. That's weird. It's funny. On the far side. Let's see if I can get in there and see that one. Yeah, they just started for whatever reason drawing out that one or two. The rest of them have got, oh yeah, just that one frame really. The rest of them have got jack on it. Weird. Again, I'll probably pop those off. Keep that super for the other hive. Alright, so let's get this out of here. Man, it is 4 million degrees out here. Holy shit. It is hot. Refill that in a second. Let's see what we got here. I say not, but a little in the first one. Which is this, third or fourth box? 1, 2, yeah, so this, hopefully they've gotten rid of any brood they put in there. It's mostly cat, or, well, somewhat cat, so that's probably not going to be cool. Again, I'm not going to be in here too long. It's too fucking hot. Probably, I can't even pull a frame or two because it's, some of them are okay. It's funny, they're backfilling back to front, which is, I guess maybe that makes sense. The sun's on this side. Melting, I don't know. A couple more here, we'll get out of here because it's fucking hot. Oh yeah, we got brood here, so that's, there's still brood up here, so I can't pull this anyway. Queen's probably not right here since there's so much brood in that frame. Same with the next one. We'll leave them alone. The dearth coming, I'm going to pull that other super off. They're obviously unrealistic that they're going to do anything with that soon. Man, alright, now I got sweat in my eyes so much I can't see. That's awesome. Contact's floating. Alright, so we're done. And this one, I could look in the bottom, but let's take a glance in the bottom from the top. Just gajillion bees. So we might pop it off real quick just to see. Nothing else, maybe to refill some traps. I have seen a decent amount of small hives this year. Set that down like a dummy. Good thing about it being 1,000,000 degrees, boxes are fairly easy to separate. Man, that's heavy, but again, only on the back side. That's where they put everything. Actually, let's check one of these traps and see what we got. That's not. There's still oil in there, so I'll leave it. Did not pull that out. Ton of bees. You see a lot of honey here, honey there. A little bit of bridge comb here and there, but yeah, they're ripping. But again, they don't need that. The dearth coming, they don't need that extra super I've got on there. So let's put this back on here. Put the top back on to be done. Oh. That's heavy, but it's mostly one side. And obviously, it's still got. Let's see, best way to do this. Don't want to leave this open because then I'm worried about robbing. So I'm just gonna have to pop them all out. A couple stragglers, they get to go to a new hive if they straggle too much. Oh shit, sorry about that. There's the rush, but so much slower. Nope. Good thing there's not many bees in here. Good thing, bad thing, obviously. I may do a couple hives and take a break because it is 4,000,000 degrees out here today. Just need to make sure the queen's not on the stupid walls here. My luck. She's up here for some stupid reason. That looked like it though. Alright, just on my hand just because I slept too hard. So that's that. Let's get the top back on. Actually put the trap back on there with a new cloth since that one's pretty beat up. Still got oil in it, so I don't need that, but I need a new trap, which right here. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to change gloves every hive just because my hands are so freaking sweaty. Alright. Cover back on, vent up. Oh shoot, you know what I meant to do. Grab some coins or something so I could vent this thing a little bit because it is hot. All the way down. Just the burr comb? Oh yeah, it's the burr comb because that wasn't there, it was on the layer above. Move, girls. Burr comb that was between boxes is preventing the air covers from going all the way down. So that's going to come off. Alright. There we go. I can come back and throw some coins up there without disturbing too many bees. Oh, that was loud. There's the stupid spider and its eggs. There's the spider. Sorry, spider, but I don't need you to farm bees. Alright. Done. Holy shit, it's hot. This box over here is going to need to be set up before I get on to the next one. best time to do an inspection is in the midday when the foragers are gone. Also need this one over here. So. Stupid bees here, trying to stay in the bird comb. Sunshade for this. All right, that shortly. All right, so let's move everything over here. My notes for this one, which is check the super, refill traps, add empty beef needed. Pull the bottom board from this. This has got one of those IPM bottom boards that I've never, frankly, really used as its intended purpose. So I'm going to at least pull it so not now so it vent better because it's so freaking hot. All right, let's get over here. Man, alive, it's hot. Yeah, this is the hottest it's been probably all summer. Maybe the hottest I've ever done an inspection too. Holy shit. Hello, girls. Fairly chill. They did not freak out at all when I did that. Slow. Make sure my queen's not so much she shouldn't be. Stupid inner cover. So, again, we'll be quick because I'm pouring sweat. Definitely gonna take breaks between every couple hives or something because it is a million fucking degrees out here. And if you don't like cursing, today is not the day to watch my video. Nada. This is super added not that long ago, so again, it might come off too. No point in having it there if they're not doing anything with it. And they're doing, I mean, they're drawing out a little, but it's practically none. So they haven't put any brood or anything or any resources up here. Just pull it off. My only concern is by pulling those. Do I risk them swarming? Yes. Well, they're drawing that out a little bit, but probably no more than the others were. Oof, that one's heavy. Okay. That one's got some heft to it, so I might leave this super on. It's probably my biggest hive too, just in terms of just making sure there's no brood up here if nothing else. And I am sweating so much I can't see. Alright, so they're doing some, but only a couple frames. What to do? Again, because this hive is so crowded. Well, let's pop the second box off and then we'll see if it's super packed out. Because that box down there wasn't super packed out. This one I think is going to be, which means I'll probably have to do this one. Alright, we are back after a break because it's 4 million degrees and also the camera died. It's GoPro shutting off hot. So that hive was going to pull the second super up from the deep, but it still had brood in it, so I ended up leaving it. I pulled the super from that first hive, but now they are bearding where they haven't been all year. Even yesterday it was hot, so I'm going to give them another box somehow. It might end up being, I forgot the damn feed. It might end up being one of the deeps, but I probably need the super for the combined swarms. So this one. So that I stole a super from the tree swarm. Let's see how these girls are doing. Craziness here. And feeding these just because it's the new hive and I want to make sure it's growing well. And a lot of ton drawn out here, a little bit towards the middle, so let's skip there-ish. Getting this super. Not too long ago. I think it's been several weeks, but oh well, we got tons of honey there. And then the next one I can see is just an absolute packed blue frame with honey at the top, so well, that's gorgeous. Little swarm cell at the bottom. That makes me not happy, but I have to give me some more room, so let's go ahead and, it's not charged, but I don't care. I'm discouraged. Yeah, that looks fantastic. So, let's see if I see her on here. Probably not. That's fairly full, so she's elsewhere. Next frame looks very similar. I am going to check it for swarm cells, though, because yeah, we're good. Yeah, I mean, that looks, Jesus. I mean, that's damn near perfect. Look at that. Just full. So, yeah, put these back together. They've pulled out 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right on the cusp. Maybe 5. Let's look at that next one over there. It's right on the cusp, so. But they've got, most of these frames aren't pulled out at all, so I'll probably just keep feeding them and let them keep ripping. I'm going to go ahead and put a, I don't know if I have any swarm traps left laying around. I think I do in the shed. Nothing else, I'll put a cloth in there. Near the hospital, in case anyone wondered. They cannot pull it out, at least so easily. So, back in here, we'll call it a day. Good thing about this frame, or this hive, I'm starting to get into the shade, so it's not 100-degree heat index anymore. It's still freaking hot. Man. And the GoPro nearly shut down on that one. GoPro definitely did. Alright, so feeder back on. I'll have to come back and add the one more. That's easy enough. Let's see, does it make sense to add the pennies when there's no, yeah, I guess it does. Still, when there's no extra thing there, so let me add those. I didn't have enough nickels, so we're doing the 2 pennies each corner because it's close enough. These pennies are being discontinued, which I'm a fan of. These are probably collector's items now, but I hate pennies, so use them as bee ventilation's fine with me. Alright, put that back on. I'll come back and add that feed letter. It's sitting in the house waiting for me to add it. Okay, there we go. Alright, that one's done. I gotta bring some more of those beetle traps outside. Alright, let's check our notes. Down here, check our notes. Gotta be better about doing this. Package was refill feeder, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we don't need that anything. This one, check the super, refill traps. Move the super to the swarm trap, but I'm not going to do that because that one, this one hasn't pulled out. I may add this one back over to there. We'll see. Or I may do what I just said, put that one back where it went. So we'll see. whatever we do, we're going to do it quickly because it's north of 1 million degrees. Oh, this one's actually stuck. The first one today has been stuck. Oh, not a ton of bees though. Almost no bees. No fucking spiders though, and they're little hives. So. Hate killing spiders because they're normally good, but not when they're in my damn bee trap. You're in my bee trap. Yeah, in my beehive. I'm reasonably confident that the dirt isn't on yet. I'm gonna famous last words here. The bees have been chill. Again, famous last words. This will be one hot hive open today. And then I'm gonna smoke this top box. It didn't have enough bees in it. Again, famous last words. Yeah, there's nothing going on in here. Except stupid beetles. Oh, motherfuckers. Die, die, die. Where'd you go? Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back out and put some traps in the top of this one and that one just to be safe. The beetles are ramping up, it looks like. Yeah, they haven't done anything here, but I'll go ahead and leave it because now it's just a ventilation. I won't bother with the pennies right now because I can come back out and add the traps anyway. Put the top back on and I'll see if I have it in the shed. Just stop recording for a bit. Alright, we're back. So, found some clean traps, so we're going back in this one. Also, we're going to grab the 1-to-1, but I'll add that when I'm done because I'm not doing it with the damn suit on. It's too hot. So, come on, without popping those pennies everywhere. Also, trying to not wear gloves. I don't mind getting stung. It means I'm not going to have a heat stroke, to be honest. Alright, there's that. Because we know we have a beetle problem in general, but in here, we saw them. Do this, add the trap with the cloth because it needs it. Alright, done there. Because I need to get onto that other hive tonight. I tried the trap, and don't have the hive on. All right, this one, traps over here. These are here. I'll look from this side because the camera's on this side. So. Son of a bitch, amazing how sticky that damn propolis is. Just put that back down. How do they make it that tacky that fast? Or maybe it's just so tacky naturally that that's trap cloth. And none of those. Some more of those. Sticky on the hands and just threw the trap across the way. Tell you what, I am going to put the trap on the other side though, because that's where I saw the beetles. There were 3 of them cuddled up in the corner over here. I killed them all. But look at these things. Put it in one where it's plastic ones sometimes deform, bow out a little bit. So plastic frames, that is, that use. It's hard to get the beetle traps to stay high, at least the ones that are refillable. Originally got those because like, hey, refillable won't be wasteful, but they get clogged up so awful. It's probably not worth the hassle. All right, while I'm here, let's add some pennies. Find the things. Again, this week's supposed to be heat index way over 100 all week. I mean, the temp's supposed to be nearly that hot, so any sort of ventilation help is really wanted. The bearding that one's doing over there has gotten out of hand, so I'm definitely going to have to put a box back on them. maybe not that super, it'll depend on what the combined swarm is doing when I get to it, but I'm not going to be able to just let them use 3 boxes. There's too many bees in this heat. Because they're bearding like mad, and they have never bearded. They actually, I was worried they were picked because they were bearding. Alright, let's put this over to here. Make everyone drunk who might be watching. This one I fed the other day because they had burned through most of their, I'm feeding them through the burns feeder. And they had burned through most of that. So I went ahead and refilled their 2 quarts that are in there. So this will be mostly just a check of how they're doing, if they've drawn out, 7 more frames. We'll put a super on there. If not, we'll move on. And then the super will go back over there. I've got some more super frames in the house. Tried to pry that up when there's no bees in there. But them put together, yet I bought them off a local resale auction of a bee castle hive. Someone bought it probably on Amazon and then decided they didn't want to do beekeeping. But obviously they weren't together, and I've got to put them together. Oof. I hate when you do that. Bees love sudden movements. They love them. So no one ever. Should have queens down on there. I don't know if that's ever happened, but I've heard it happen to some people. So, all right. All right. So that one's obviously pulled out. That's the one. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm gonna smoke you. I didn't wanna. Can't have you up in my grill. Attacking. Smoker is going great at the end. It's perfect. I gotta start starting the smoker earlier. 20 minutes ahead of inspection instead of 5. All right, so let's get these traps out of here so we can see. Oh man, just full of beetles. So that's both disheartening and encouraging because it means they're doing their job, but it also means there's a ton of beetles in here. The John part of this swarm combined just must have been, yeah, I think it, well, I know it was. Before I combined them, it was just covered in beetles. So, these are stuck to the paper. That has obviously still been the case. Drawing this out a little wonky. That's annoying. So I brushed this on, but then in a couple spots I dabbed more stuff on. Where I dabbed it on thicker, I need to rub some stupid bees. Oh, this one looked good though. Good draw out there. Queen might be on here. There's, actually, no, she's filled this one up with eggs and larvae, so she's probably not on here. Good pattern. Drawing out the other side, so I think, let's see. So that's one. They're getting there, but that was pretty weak. This is the frame that was the bait frame that I got from Honey and Bee Co. There's nothing here. It's all it's got is that stupid. Oh, well, that's discouraging. Is that? That looks. Well, there's the queen. What are you doing here? Or are you the new queen that just emerged from that big ass queen cell right there? Holy poop. I wonder if they didn't like either queen and made a new one. Alright, girls. This is a monster though. She's huge. Well, that's wild. She's over here in the last frame, but again, it's that resource frame. But again, I want to say she may have just emerged, but she's huge. There's no way she's a virgin queen. She is huge. But there's definitely a, I can picture that too. I dropped my phone. There's definitely a queen cell that was there that is, I don't know if it didn't get finished or if it got finished and that's her that came out of the house before I put this back so I don't kill her. Oh, shit, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Alright, so I don't want to. So she... I'm trying to remember where I pulled that frame from. Alright, let's go ahead and get... Let's leave it off. Switch everything over and see if we can get... I mean, there's a chance I could have a 2 queen, maybe. Oh man, that looks... I mean, look at that, though. Maybe that's just where she is because that's where comb is drawn out. That makes more sense. But that massive queen cell has me confused. If it was that, maybe it was just wonky comb, but man, it looked like a big old huge fat queen cell. Yeah, they're already backfilling some of this. It is awesome when you can see the queen not looking for it. It's really hard to find them sometimes. Okay. So same thing here. This is where she was. I mean, I think she's just laying over there because that's where she has room. Let's see how many frames we have here. 1, 2. Yeah, we got a lot of empty frames. You stupid house beetle. Come here. Where'd you go? Yeah. Pot and patties, unfortunately. Oh, shit. Perfect. I have not reached. Let's see if I can reach into the depths of the hive to grab that pollen patty out so I can get getting stung. Said no one ever. Oof. Come on. Let me have it. Ah, fuck it. Oh. It's always disheartening. Or not disheartening, but worrisome to reach in there. So yeah, I think she was just there because that was where her spot was to lay. She could come over here and lay next. I'm actually going to put that frame closer to the middle. So she's going out here. We just haven't filled out the rest, so we'll just leave them alone and let them do their thing. I hate that wonky comb. I gotta wax these up more, I guess. I mean, I waxed them good and solid the whole through, but then I dabbed some here and there, and I think I basically just created wonky comb while doing that. So, all right, trap back on. Don't need that super realistically because they only got 1, 2, 3 frames drawn out. They're nowhere near. So that's super. We'll go back on. Now I gotta be careful because I know she's over here. Ugh. Still wondering. I didn't see, I mean, maybe camera's got plenty of juice. It's just shutting off because of the stupid heat. Alright, so I don't remember where I stopped here, but basically found the queen. She's over here because of those bait frames that were drawn out. They still only drawn out a couple, 3 frames. So at this point, we're just going to put them back as they were with the feeder. Feeder over here. And then I'm not going to give them a super. I thought I was going to need one because they were chug-a-lugging pretty good on the feed. And obviously not enough to hurt girls. You got to get out this part of the hive. Get out of there. Thank you. Sure, these are, yeah, they're dripping. So now I'm going to have ants up here because it's dripping. But that's right. Off later. Alright, so that box back on. Come back and wipe that out a little bit later so I don't have as many ants. Put the top of the pennies on. Bit of ventilation here. Man, that queen is huge. I think that's the same one I saw when I had them in the Nuke Pros, or when I put them in the Nuke Pros. So, still, where was that? I wonder if that. Shit, I'm short a penny. I wonder if that queen cell. That was on the one that was inside the. That was on the one that was inside the John Swarm that didn't work well. So maybe when I combined them, and I didn't see that cell, she just went over there and said, "Zip," fix that 2 queens problem. Who knows? But anyway, got a good laying queen. Population's a little low, so You may not be struggling to make it through winter, but it is what it is. All right, now let's point the camera back over here. Those girls are bearding like crazy, and nobody else is. So let's walk over here through the flight patterns, of course, and let's put that super back on because we need it clearly. Because they are hot and bothered. This thing just keeps overheating and dying, so let's every time. They've been pretty chill today. That might change now that I'm crowded them a little bit. Ah, idiot. Just dumped all the nickels. Alright, let's get this back on here. The corners so don't smash you. That should at least prevent them from, or help them from overheating. The nickels. Alright, we're back. I went this every time because the GoPro is just not feeling this heat. There it is. I think it shut off partially through putting that super back on. So the tree swarm super's back on because they are bearding, but they haven't bearded all year. Again, it's the hottest it's ever been, but that's a bigger hive, I think, in terms of bees, and they're not bearding because they got an extra box. And when I pulled that other box off of them, it made them not too happy. It gave them that much less, same amount of bees and not quite a fourth less space, but 20% less space, and they were not fans. I'm going to chug-a-lug feed these guys because, again, they're not going to get honey or anything off of them this year. It's a brand new package, so there's no reason not to feed them, even though I don't think the dearth is quite on. They've been drinking this like crazy. I will say, I think part of that's a feeder. Better Bee. Buy Better Bee top hive feeders. They're awesome. They don't have the beard comb problem that the Dedant one has because they just fill up that center cone with burr comb, not beard comb. Burr comb. Seen the Hillco ones that look like they're the same style. Man Lake one has the V down the middle, so they can come on either side. It's huge. I was hoping to use it because it can put more syrup in there. Bees just refuse to use it. Better Bees is on the edges, and whatever reason, maybe it's just me, my bees, they chug-a-lug this like nobody's business. All the hot any hive I've ever put it on. So that's all I need to know. Going forward, I think I'm going to move primarily to kind of like the Burns feeder, but the Hillco, Honey and Bee Connection, they use very similar in that they basically just drill jar-sized holes instead of that stupid little oblong hole you see most inner covers, which I know was for when a bee gone thing or something like that nobody apparently uses anymore. Instead of having that, just put number 4 hardware cloth, have a hole the size of a jar, or like 8 jars. I think they've got some down there that are like 9 jars. I don't know if that's for getting kind of comb honey or if that's for feeding, but I like that for feeding because then you can just use mason jars and they're easy to refill. You don't have to worry about getting into bees, and I know they work. So, all right. So I am soaked to the bone in sweat. Put the top hive back, put the feeder back on, or put the top hive back on after taking it off. Bearding. This one, they hadn't filled out enough to really do that. This one again, same. They're doing good, but not enough to not just keep feeding them. Same here. Not worth pulling, but also not. No point in crowding them. And then the last one, found the queen. It's the only one I saw the queen on. And of course it's the only one that I was remotely near where the queen would be. She was on the outer wall because that's where I'd stuck the bait frame out there. I might have to move that. I should have moved that to the middle. 8 second to myself. I may do that. Open it up, find her. Leave it alone.
I'll do it next time. It's too hot. That's enough.